Okay, here we go. First, I'm going to talk about the C scale on the C string, okay, just so that we have a shared kind of concept about it before I go changing it onto the matrix of all the other strings. So just one string. Watch how I'm going to do this. One, and then here's the second fret, or not, yeah, this is the second fret, second scale degree. Then fourth fret is the third scale degree. Whole step, whole step. Now you remember there's that half step, right, between 3 and 4. And here's another whole step. Another whole step, another whole step, and there's my 12th fret, right? So basically I've cut out a few notes from the scale. All the notes I cut out are like this one, what else is it? This one, and that one. All those are gone. That's how we go. So now I'm going to arrange some of those notes on the matrix of the scale, okay? I'm going to go to D, and then instead of going to the next fret, I'm going to go to the next string. I'm going to go to the E string. And then I'm going to go to the very first fret. That's our 4th note. 2 frets up is the 5th note. There's the open string again. 7th note. And the root again. Now this is the scale we've talked about the most, right? This is the most primary scale of all of our colors. Now I'm going to take this scale and I'm going to put it up an octave, a whole octave, all the way up. I'm going to start here on the 12th fret. See? I'm going to go 2 frets up. Next fret, or the next string rather. C, D, E, a half step is F, a whole step is G. Oop, there's my A, that's the 12th fret, 14th fret, 15th fret. There's my 1 again, I'm way up top on the high C. That's where I am, the 15th fret of the A string. See those? These frets are kind of little. That's my major scale right there. Now, I want to keep that exact same set of notes, but now I want to go from G to shining G. G is the 7th fret here, and I want to end up at the 10th fret on the top. But one thing's going to change from the way our pattern normally happens. This note's the same, this note's the same pattern-wise, that note's the same, that. But now here, I'm going to go to that fret, and that's what sounds weird. That's what sounds different, because I'm going from the 5 of the C scale to the 5 on the top. That's the scale it would fit over a G chord. So say I'm playing something that's happening. So C is our 1 chord, and over our 1 chord we can play a major scale. Now I'm on my G chord, and I'm not going to play the exact same. I'm not going to play a G scale. I'm going to play a G scale with a tiny modification. And I'm going to play it right here. If I go from G, this scale has a flat 7. So that it continues to work with the C scale. Here's the C chord right here, right? Right there at 7, 8, 7. That's a C chord. Now I'm going to make a G chord using that sort of C bar chord pattern. So you remember we've talked about dominant 7s and dominant chords. Here's my G chord. What if I play it like this with an F in it? See, normally an F wouldn't be in a G scale, but it is over a C chord. So see how I'm playing the same scale, ba da 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 da, over a C chord. Now I'm going to change to a G7 scale. It was the same set of notes exactly. Yeah, so it's helpful to know that here on a C scale, that's how a pattern is. And if I take it up instead, the same kind of set, right? Up here from 7th fret to 10th fret, one tiny thing happens different. And I want you to practice this one. This is what I'd like you to practice. I know this has been a long time for me to ramble on. This is difficult. These are strange concepts. And honestly, I'm not very good at explaining them, and I apologize. But I'm going to do a G scale here with that one difference, where that note is that far away from the root. And then I'm going to come back over here to C, and I'm going to play the major scale the way we normally do, with that tiny difference, with that note there. Now I'm going to come back up here. Now this set of scale, the set of scale degrees that go from 5 to 5 looks almost identical to the major scale. As a matter of fact, these two modes, and that's what these things are called, is modes, are very closely related. The first mode, from 1 to 1, is the major scale, the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do scale. That one's very common to us, and one that has basically dominated our music for years. And it always will. I mean, it's very pleasant and very stable. But now, since I might want to know, how do I play my scale from 5 to 5 instead of 1 to 1? Because a chord change that goes from the 1 chord to the 5 chord and back to the 1 is extremely common. Like, for example, Women Are Smarter. What a great song. That goes from 1 to 5 again and again. And I would keep on adjusting my fifth chord scale, my 5 chord scale, to stay in the key of the first chord. So I wouldn't just play a C scale and then play a G scale. I'd play a C scale and then a G7 scale, and that might be a way to say it. So here, I made a little chart. This is, oh my, I don't know if this is going to reverse. It might reverse, it might not. The very first fret in the ancient Greek system was called Ionian. The one we're talking about, 2, 3, 4, is this one, this crazy word here, Mixolydian. A Mixolydian scale is the notes of the major scale running from 5 to 5 instead of 1 to 1. And that's what I want to kind of encourage you to work on. So I'm going to go ahead and play one more time, okay? I'm going to go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. That's our major scale. And going from G to G, I'm going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1. And honestly, you could do worse in your day than to play Iko, or Women Are Smarter. Ever since the world began, women play by the ways of man. Listen up, don't try to understand. Give it up, but don't remember the words. It ain't me, it's the people that say men are leading the women astray. And I say it's the women today, smarter than the man in every way. That's right, the women are smarter. That's right, the women are smarter. That's right, women are smarter. Women are smarter. That's right, that's right. I hope that helps. Thank you so much. Bye.